Hi there everyone. So I'm starting with these two Jello molds that I got from a thrift store, and I actually picked up 4. So that's what they look like when I got them. I used Dixie Belle Bonding Boss. So here they are all done. So I wanted to kind of show you a before and after. And I just applied 1 coat to them and let them dry overnight. And I'm using Dixie Belle Terracotta to paint the surface. So the reason why I use the bonding boss is because usually when you are painting a surface like metal, glass, plastic, a lot of times you're gonna either get like a streaky look as you paint, like the paint doesn't adhere that well as if it was more of a porous surface. And also you want to prevent it from chipping or cracking. So the bonding boss is just a great way to kind of seal in that paint. So I sped it up a little bit here because you could see how I'm just painting all around. Now this is the top portion, so I did leave that little middle area. I left it alone. I didn't paint it because that's going to be covered up. And then I just went ahead and did the same thing with the second piece, which is going to actually wind up being the bottom part. And that's why I wound up painting that little inside middle area too, because that's going to be exposed. I'm going to be gluing the 2 of these pieces together to create a cute little pumpkin. I have a feeling you probably were maybe guessing what I was making, being that I was using that terracotta orange color. So I'm just drying them up really well before I continue. And I had to let them cool down a bit since they get hot with the metal. And I'm using Titebond Quick and Thick glue for my next step to get these 2 pieces together. And the Titebond is really great on all types of surfaces, wood, metal, glass, plastic. And even if you're gluing fabric onto a surface, it's great to use the Quick and Thick glue. It works really well. So what I'm doing here is I just took like a little skewer that I had on hand, and I had some glue in the in the little nozzle part of the area of the glue bottle. So I figured I would just use that. And I'm using a generous amount of glue, not too much where it's going to ooze out, but not too little where it's not going to adhere properly. And I just lined up the top and the bottom. And then I let that sit for a while and let it dry fully. And then I came back, and now I'm taking some Spanish moss, a branch that I got from the outside, and this cute little rusty wire that's spiraled. And I'm going to be using a little bit of these little berries to pretty much finish off my pumpkin. So I'm starting off by hot gluing the branch in. That's going to act as my stem. And then I'm just adding hot glue all around the stem part to adhere the Spanish moss. And I'm just going to wrap that all around. And that's also going to cover that little middle area where I left unpainted. And then I'm taking my rusty wire. I thought that was a cute addition to add. And I'm just angling that in to the moss. And I just held it for a little bit just to make sure it was fully glued on and secure. And then I'm taking those little creamy berries and I'm going to add them in. I thought this was a great way to make a cute little fall project using those Jello molds. And being that I have 2 more, I'm going to wind up making another pumpkin. I'm probably going to just paint it another color. And again, these were thrifted, so great thrifting, upcycle. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And again, this is Kim from Expression Artworks. Thanks so much.